pots. It's looking like a jungle on this shelf. Hi everybody, this is Beth with Something Better with Beth here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I am down in my plant room today. I thought I would show you just a little bit of what I'm doing down here. Behind me you see one of the, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of the 4 racks that I have down here in my plant room right now. We are gearing up for moving into the new micro farm out in the detached garage, but in the meantime I'm still making the most of the space that I have down here. And this morning, in addition to sowing more microgreen seeds for the upcoming week's crops, I am transplanting some garden plants from the Kratky system, which is over here. You see the holes in the tray there, and I'm transplanting seedlings from that into the 4-inch pots that I use to sell the seedlings to customers, and also to grow them a little bit bigger for my own garden. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So here's a little bit of the background in my workspace. This is this used to be a basement workroom for whoever lived here before. There's pegboard on the walls. There is a mixed media countertop, so we got some plywood and some different surface area here. And this is where I do a lot of my work down here in the plant room. This is where I seed all my trays and fertilize my seedlings for the garden. So I use fertilizer over there. I use Dr. Earth's multi-use fertilizer, premium tomato, vegetable, and herb fertilizer. It's nice and organic, and I use that a little bit. You can see it in my pots here. I just put a little dusting in each of my pots before I transplant my seedlings. So these are some peppers. You can see how nice and big they have gotten in their Kratky tray. Now under here you can see we're running low on water, and you can see all the roots down there. And so I'm going to be taking these guys out of here because they're super big and planting them into their trays. So I'll show you a little bit of that. Okay, so what I do here is I am taking my seedlings out of the Kratky tray, and you can see they are held up with these cool noodles. You can see the root system underneath is nice and healthy. It was dangling down into the water in the tray. And then I'll show you how this is set up. This is a pool noodle that's been cut. And the little piece that I cut out of the pool noodle here, I take that piece and use it to help hold the plant, the seedling, up in there. So that's what this is. And then I sanitize these with a little bit of peroxide water, and then I reuse them. So here I actually have 2 seedlings together. I was using the pool noodle to hold them up together, but now that I'm going to be potting them, I'm going to gently separate the roots. So you can see now I still have 2 very healthy pepper seedlings. Now, peppers are one of those plants that is notorious for being a slow grower, and a lot of times people caution you have to start your peppers way early if you want them to grow well in your garden. But what I have found, and what I keep forgetting, is with my Kratky system, they grow really fast. They just really respond well, and tomatoes as well, but peppers especially respond really well to spending a few weeks in the Kratky system. So I will get better and better at not planting these too early, because then they get super big before they're ready to go out into the garden. So this guy, you can see that its first little leaves down here, the cotyledons, I'm going to go ahead and just pinch these off, because I'm going to plant this seedling rather deep in the pot, and I don't want those little leaves to get buried. So here we are, and I'm going to just put this guy in here. And this variety is a sweet banana pepper. This is a really nice variety of pepper. So I'm just planting that in this tray with its little dusting of Dr. Earth's fertilizer. I'm going to go ahead and do that with his brother that was in the pool noodle with him. Just taking off those first leaves and planting them nice and deep, tucking all those roots deep down into the pot. Alright, so these guys are in here, and I will be making sure everything is marked correctly. So this is something that I just did before I started filming. So this is a yellow monster bell pepper. It's a yellow bell pepper. So these pots are nice and deep. They aren't huge, but they are a good size that will keep these plants going for quite a while until they get sold. And you can see I've still got them in one of these deep 10-20 trays. And when I fill this up with soil, I pack it down nice and neat. I use my little dibber or dibbler, whatever you want to call it, to make the holes after I've wet the soil down quite a bit. That way the holes keep their shape. Then I sprinkle the Dr. Earth in the holes. And then I go ahead and transplant my seedlings. Pretty simple. But this also allows me to bottom water all my plants. This is important because you want to make sure that the plants put their roots down deep down into the pots to get to the water at the bottom. If you just surface water everything, the plants are going to grow their roots right there on the surface. You'll never really get it saturated down to the bottom, and it won't have as healthy of a root system when you go to plant it in your garden. So I'm just going to do another couple of these sweet banana peppers. Every once in a while I reuse my little stickers or my little labels, and so this side it says sweet banana peppers and this side it says dwarf Siberian kale. So every once in a while I see that, but I face the label out that has the proper name on it. I'm just frugal that way, I can't help it. Alright, so these guys are a little bit smaller, so I'm actually not going to separate them. You can see that this is a smaller pair of seedlings. This guy's pretty small right here, so I'm going to let them stay together and share their root system like they were in the Kratky system. I'm still going to remove those first leaves so I can still plant it deeply, and then I'm just going to take this and plant it as one in the pot. Tuck it in there nice and snug. I'm not compacting the soil around it, but I am firming it enough to be able to support the seedling in the pot. Okay, so I am done here with this tray of peppers. So they are all potted up. And I'm going to go ahead and put them back under the lights and let them recuperate from being transplanted, and then I will be putting them outside a little bit at a time, hardening them off. They're actually going to be one of the first things that goes out into the renovated garage once the insulation and the heat is put out there and the air conditioning. I will be using the garage to help me harden off the peppers and tomatoes before we have our first warm weather plant sale on the 16th of May. So that'll be the Sunday after our last frost will be the first day that I actually sell the peppers and tomatoes. So if you're in the Fort Wayne area, please send me a message and I'll get you hooked up with some beautiful plants for your garden. You'll start off with a great head start over other plants that you might be getting, and starting with locally grown plants as well. So I hope to hear from you soon, and I'll see you later. Bye.